In this video, we will go over the most recent and important updates Helium 10 has launched for Amazon sellers, just like you, to help you to be successful. Bradley Sutton from Helium 10 will introduce features such as the historical trend feature of Cerebro tool, dashboard to pay close attention to your competitors, and Blackbox now featuring brand analytics data. If you want to learn more about Helium 10 tools and how they could support you on your journey, check out the link in the video description below. Hello, Bradley. Welcome back to Orange League YouTube channel. Happy to see you again here. And today we came together to go over some latest Helium 10 updates, which will help Amazon sellers to run their business more cost and time efficiently. So before we jump into that, could you first introduce yourself and also give us a brief overview of Helium 10 for those who are not familiar with you yet?
Yes, hello. My name is Bradley Sutton. I'm the director of Train here at Helium 10. Been here about 6 years now. And Helium 10, for those who don't know, we're all-in-one software suite for Amazon sellers at any stage. You know, whether you're a brand new seller trying to learn about how to sell on Amazon, all the way to multi-billion-dollar companies who use Helium 10. We've got everything that you need in order to sell.
Awesome. And as always, you keep developing the tools and the features to help Amazon sellers better and better, because there are more data points available for the sellers, and a lot of is changing in e-commerce and in the world overall. So what have been some of the latest developments you have done to the tools?
Yeah, we've got a lot. I know it's been longer since I've been here on this channel, but let me just ask you a guess. Like as you know, of course, I do the Serious Sellers podcast, and then one of those episodes a week we call the Weekly Buzz, where I just talk about the news, and then at the end of the news every week, if there's a new feature update or a new tool, I'll go ahead and mention it. So since we're around June now, since November, how many new features and tools do you think Helium 10 has released? Because I keep track of it, and then I just looked at the number right now.
Okay, so since November, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have one episode every week. I imagine you are like, probably not in every episode you launch like a new update, but at least like in every 2 episodes, more or less. I don't know.
So maybe about so that's like 6 months. So like 12 or 13. It's actually 58 new features
58
that I have announced. Yeah, wow. since November. Now, obviously, we don't have enough time to to go over all 58. But what I did today was I picked some of my favorites. But that's something that we're very passionate about since the early days of Helium 10, is always trying to stay cutting edge and listening to what customers are like. Hey, we want to see this, or we love this, but if you could just change this or just add this. And so I'm going to just talk about some of the major ones. So Cerebro is obviously not a new tool, but there's something that before was only available to elite members for like a couple of years, but now it's available to diamond. So a lot more people are able to use it. Here is just, I'm looking at a competitor egg rack that is a product that I sell. But then what I want to look at is the show historical trend. And this is important because for a number of reasons. First of all, it allows you to see, hey, what does this customer, or what does this product do? And so, for example, I could see here that throughout the months, this competitor is not even showing up in sponsored ads, because that's the purple one. And it looks like they went out of stock, as a matter of fact, earlier this year for a few months. And so right away, that gives me some information. But then let's say I want to go deep. Like, let's say I know that their sales in a certain month were really high and a previous month was low. Well, now what I do is I'll open up each month, like here, February of 2023, and then March of 2023. I could see, maybe, let's just say that their sales went up. Well, I'm going to hit one of those months. Actually, I would probably hit both of those months. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare, hey, where did their keyword rank? Where did their sponsor rank? This one obviously is not doing sponsored, but where did they increase? And then I'm like, oh, wow, those are the main important keywords I need to focus on. It's kind of like it's not the name of this tool, but I call it like the Cerebro time machine, because I literally right now took a time machine to what was Cerebro in March of whatever month I just clicked, here it is right there, 2023. And look at all these keywords that they're organic rank number 1. And then I would look at February where they didn't have good sales, if that's what I saw, in Helium 10, and say, okay, well, now I can attribute an increase or a decrease. You can take it the opposite way in sales to exact keywords. And then now I know if I'm selling a very similar product, well, wow, these are the most important products. Like it's not just a matter of, hey, which products are you on page 1 for? But if I can tie keywords to increases and decreases in sales, that's where really amazing magic happens. So that's something that now Diamond members can use, and for 2 years or so, it was only for Helium 10 Elite. So one thing here on the Helium 10 dashboard, we've had for a while our Insights dashboard, and what this is I can set up, I guess you can call it kind of alerts. We call it Insights on certain things that are happening. And so the first step would be like, hey, for some of my products, do I have competitors? So here, if I click on competitors, I have a few competitors that I have chosen are the main competitors for this coffin shelf. Well, what I can do right now, I don't have Insights enabled, but what I can do is I can enable Insights or alerts on my competitors. Helium 10 has always had alerts for my own products, like, hey, my image changed, hey, my my title changed, or this happened, that happened. Well, now I can start monitoring things like price, the sales, like maybe the sales increases by a certain amount that I specify. I want to know if my competitor sales increase or they decrease. Hey, I want to know if my competitor starts running a coupon. Hey, I want to know if my competitor stops running a coupon, because maybe I try and match what they do. Is this is not new things that somebody should be checking. For me, I might be always checking these kind of things, but how do I check it now? Well, I have to maybe just pay a VA or something. Hey, go to all these competitors and refresh their page and give me a report. What's happening? Did they change their price? Are they adding a coupon? How much is that coupon? Hey, did they change their main image? Well, now no longer. I just set these competitors, and number one is I can go ahead and get an alert when that happens. The other thing, it's kind of like automating Cerebro. So for example, this was the competitor that I was showing you guys about the egg rack. Well, if this is one of my competitors I set in my dashboard, I first of all probably should be running Cerebro maybe once a week, or at least once every 2 weeks. And I hope you guys do that already. And the reason you'd want to is, hey, what new keywords are they advertising for that maybe I don't know about? Hey, what new keywords are they getting sales from? Well, now, instead of me running Cerebro every week or every 2 weeks on all 50 of my products, Helium 10 can do it for me. It's kind of like Helium 10 is my virtual assistant. And then if there is a new keyword, it's going to go ahead and just give me a notice here. Hey, we notice your competitor is getting sales from a new keyword that you don't have in your listing, or that you're not even tracking. Would you like to start tracking this keyword, or would you like to put this keyword in your listing? So that's another thing that's I think very unique to Helium 10 and new, and it's about giving time back in your pocket, because we all know in 2024 profitability is important, and a big part of profitability is not just increasing sales or decreasing costs. It's how do you utilize your time, because your time is money. And so, you want to be spending as little time as necessary on your account so you can focus on other things. And so this is one of those things now, instead of you having to run Cerebro all the time, or you having to pay somebody to run Cerebro or to find new keywords, this thing is automatically doing it for you. Another thing I wanted to show is a new tool. These were new features of existing tools. But this is a brand new tool, and it's in Blackbox. Everybody knows Blackbox. That's how you find product opportunity, Blackbox products, Blackbox keywords. Now we've got something called ABA Top Search Terms. So do you know what ABA stands for? It's actually, I don't use this acronym, but I guess it's an official Amazon acronym. But do you know what it stands for?
Actually, I think I don't know. I have seen it in the column title, but I don't know.
Yep. So it's Amazon Brand Analytics. I always just call it Brand Analytics, BA, but that, I guess that's, just like Search Career Performance, SQP, and another weird one, though, is Opportunity Explorer. Amazon calls internally OX. But I guess Amazon calls or shortens Brand Analytics to ABA. So if you guys click on that here, we have this new tool where it combines all of the brand analytics reports, either week by week or month by month, that comes directly from Amazon, but then now with Helium 10 filters and databases. And it also gives new things that people used to be able to, or people used to download Amazon brand analytics and run their own queries. Like, for example, I can say, hey, I want to find a keyword where the top 3 ASINs that are clicked have a total click share of, let's just say, max 10%, okay? But they have a conversion share, like the percent of sales is, let's just say, 50%. So they've got a crazy conversion rate, because if you have 10% of the clicks and everybody's conversion rate is the same, theoretically, you should have 10% of the conversions or 10% of the sales. But if you only get, with 10% of the clicks, get 50% of the sales, there must be, something crazy that you have. And so, like, hey, let me find a keyword that has that. But now, that's brand analytics data. But now I combine it with Helium 10 data and say, hey, I want this keyword to also have, 2,000 search volume. All right. Hey, maybe there's a title density of this. How many listings on page 1 have this exact keyword in the title? And then I could say, hey, there's a PPC, suggested PPC bid of this. There's a search volume trend of this. So all of a sudden, I can combine a lot of Amazon data points and Helium 10 data points, and then it's going to go ahead and let me know what those keywords are, and then again bring me that detailed information from brand analytics. So this can be used for keyword research. It could be used for product research. Like, maybe I'm trying to find a niche where just a couple products are dominating, where I can go in and steal the sales easily. It has a lot of applications. So again, that is in Blackbox, and it's called brand analytics. Another tool that, again, is very common is X-Ray. I think everybody has used X-Ray. There's actually over 1 million active users. But now we've got a few new things I want to call out. So if I run X-Ray, well, first of all, just on this page, we are showing you now some of the data that is in the other placements. This is one of my sponsored brand ads. So please, guys, if you are searching Coffin Shelf, don't try an experiment and click on my ads. My company's paid money for these things, so please don't click here. But as you can see, now I have the ASINs and I have the details. Before, we would only have this little widget come up on the actual search results page. So now that comes up. Another thing that comes up is when I run X-Ray, we're actually looking at all of those placements. So for example, you remember those 3 things at the top? Well, before, those would never come up in X-Ray. It only shows like maybe the organic results. But now, hey, those top 3 products are showing up right here, and it tells you what it is. Hey, this is SB, sponsored brand ad. These are sponsored product ads. Hey, this one is the one that has Amazon's Choice badge in the search results. And then it's here's the organic. And it kind of shows you how dominated search results are with these sponsored ads, because look how many are sponsored or sponsored brand before you actually get to some organic ads. And then it's back to sponsored ads, 5 of them, and then back to some organic. Now, something super cool that I think is like one of the coolest, it's like so small, so subtle, maybe you didn't even recognize it. Actually, let me just leave this right here. Do you see something else new-ish? This is maybe newish in the last 2 months.
Let me see. Was the 30-day sales data available before on a click like this?
No, that's kind of new. That's not what I'm thinking of. But yeah, like maybe I don't want to run X-Ray. Well, I can go ahead and hit this button, and then it'll give me the estimated sales right here of one by one of these units. So yeah, that's one. To me, that's okay, but that's not that exciting.
Okay, so there's so there's something more. Okay, let me see. You said it's not very big, so it's probably like
blends into the page almost. But it's like, to me, it's a game changer. It is, I don't like using always the term game changer, but it's a game changer in that now when I'm on Amazon, it makes me look at the search results now completely differently, regardless if I'm buying or doing research.
So is it regarding the brand analytics data then?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
What is mostly
so now. it tells you which one is the top 3 click. Again, this is not Helium 10 data. This is directly from Amazon. And it's interesting because I think before, the way our brain works is we look at the search results and we're always like, hey, all right, the one with the Amazon's choice is the top product. And no, like the Amazon's choice button works ridiculously. Like nobody knows how Amazon's choice button works, but it's never been based exactly on, oh, who's got the most sales or who has the best conversion rate. No, we don't know Amazon's choice formula. But what's interesting is you can get insights like, I can see now that, hey, this product here is second most Amazon brand analytics. So like, wow, I could maybe, if I look at its organic position, look at this. Let's see where I can find. Actually, this is organic rank number 5. So this is okay. But now I can see that, hey, this person has a very high rank in sponsored and a high organic rank, and that helps them to get the number 1 click. Then I see this one, hey, this is the number 1 click, and he's not even running a sponsored ad. So again, there's something else. Now it tells me if I don't have to necessarily be one of the top click in sponsored, I could just have maybe a lower price and a coupon, and it could help me get the top, get to be the top click. And then here's another one where this is the third most click. But then also, sometimes you could be one of the top click and not even get any sales. So I put my mouse over here, and then I can see what is the sales, what percent of the conversion do I have. And this one gets 9% of the sales. So right away, I get this information. I can see, oh man, look at my product. I don't have any of these badges. So, I got to work on it. Now, obviously my price is pretty high, but that's something that is going to give me some information. And I could see that the most clicked one is actually getting 23% of the sales. And so now, sometimes when I'm even shopping, I'm looking at this and saying, hey, I wonder what are people clicking on from the last week more than any other product that's out there. A couple new things also. I'm not going to show it here, but a new marketplace we work in is Amazon Brazil. So, before Helium 10 didn't work in Amazon Brazil other than Profits, but X-Ray works for Amazon Brazil, Blackbox, Cerebro, Magnet, all of those tools. And then a couple things we re-released. You and I were just talking a little bit about Helium 10 Elite members from Estonia. Also, we relaunched the Elite program. It was closed for like a year. So this is the exclusive kind of like mastermind where we have in-person events. Just last week, I came from Spain. We had an in-person Helium 10 Elite event there. People can book one-on-one calls with me. A lot of people ask me like, hey, I want to pay you a lot of money to I'm like, I'm sorry, I have no time. I'm 100% Helium 10 and running my own businesses. But if you're a Helium 10 Elite member, you could actually book one-on-one calls with me, with Carrie, and with Shivali as well. And then we also relaunched the Freedom Ticket number 4.0 relaunch, as in we completely refilmed every single module and are constantly every week adding new modules or every month adding new modules. This is mainly done by Kevin King, but we have a lot of guest instructors. You've been on Freedom Ticket on the past, and will be again one of the guest instructors on this. But this is one of the most extensive courses that we have out there about how to sell on Amazon. But it's not just for new people. I mean, there's big brands who use this too, because we go into advanced strategies. Like we have one that is about finding and hiring VAs and managers. Like hey, what kind of this was done by Josh Hadley. It's like, hey, how do you vet potential employees for your business? And then a lot of companies, even they know how to sell on Amazon, but they're always hiring people. They use this as kind of like a training course for onboarding their new employees. So this was just, I don't know how many I mentioned, maybe 10 out of those 58 new features that we've launched over the last 6 months.
Very good. And to just let others know as well. So where can people tune in for the weekly buzz episode you're doing regarding Amazon updates, but also updates about Helium 10 tool?
So just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, or just subscribe on your Spotify or Apple podcast player to Serious Sellers Podcast. And then the news will always come out every single Thursday or Friday, depending on how much news. It was funny, last week Shivali did it, but then she was telling me the news on Wednesday, And I'm like, there's not that much. Give it one more day. And then sure enough, like Amazon released 3 more things like overnight. And then so last week it was on Friday because we were waiting for some more news. But yeah, Serious Sellers Podcast, and that's just one of the episodes each week. We call it the Weekly Buzz.
Okay. And well, you have been in a space for so many years already regarding all of these updates from the tool itself, but also in the Amazon space overall. Do you feel like the speed is now higher? There are more going on, or has it been the same like all the time and people just now maybe talk about it more?
I think Amazon is changing a lot more rapidly than before. Amazon has always changed, but some of these changes are good. Some of them sellers obviously will think bad, like all these new fees. Like in 3 months, we had 3 brand new fees that Amazon released. That never would have happened before. But then at the same time, look at all of that Amazon is releasing for sellers, be it search query performance and different new aspects of brand analytics and new dashboards. So it's not all bad. It's good and bad. Now, Helium 10, when I first started, we were maybe a company of 10, 15 people in our US office, and now we've got hundreds across the world. So obviously, there was not a 6-month period of time where we launched 58 tools back in the early days. But that's just a product of growing in the industry and having more customers, and more customers, they're asking for more things. And so I kind of like the pace. Like sometimes I imagine working for a company like, do you know it's like a hot sauce company, an Asian hot sauce. It's called Sriracha.
Yeah, Sriracha. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like that's all they have. Like I could never, like for the last, I don't know, 20 years, like what do the people do in that kind of, like, do they even have an R&D department? Do they have a product team where they're launching? Like they have one product for 20 years, like I could never imagine working in that kind of space. So I kind of like that Amazon, and of course Helium 10 is constantly, innovating, and a lot of the stuff that we have to do is actually because of what Amazon does. Like Amazon changes something, so that means that we have to go ahead and change something so that sellers can keep pace.
Yeah, well, it never gets boring, and it's always interesting. But it's very great to see also based on these updates how you're integrating Amazon's own data. And I actually really like the last point about the X-ray update. Like I should say, it's kind of like a small thing, but just to have that information visually there with like a couple of seconds only when you do your research or just check out your own products or competitors, it's great data point for sure. So yeah, everything you do helps Amazon sellers to be more efficient running their businesses. So thanks a lot, Bradley, for covering all of the updates. If you're watching us and have any questions, drop them as a comments under the video, because we can invite Helium 10 to come back to the video and answer your additional questions. And also there's link to Helium 10 in the video description if you're not yet the user and would like to check their tool out. So thanks again, and see you soon. I hope you are now up to date with some of the most recent Helium 10 tool updates and are ready to reach your Amazon business goals. If you want to learn more about Helium 10 and their tools, click on the link in the video description below. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video and learned something new, like this video and also subscribe to OrangeClick YouTube channel. And now I recommend you to watch another video with Helium 10, from which you can learn how to have a quick overview of your Amazon FBA competitors by using the Helium 10 Keyword Niche Summary feature.